Sir, Mr. Cigar. Oh my God, he's got the diabetic 7s on. Stop. You can't have a fit like this. Where mama at? Where is mama? Now, what you are about to see here, you are not mentally prepared for. Here is Andrew Tate making a somewhat pro-trans argument using the most misogynistic and transphobic statements possible. As a chaser, Andrew Tate is a chaser, it turns out. Let's take a look.
Ignore the construction. I'm rebuilding my mansion. You'll see when it's done. We'll do an episode of Crib. I had to get this area here. I bought my neighbor's house. I had to construct a specific area for the Bugatti. Anyway, that's all gonna be lit up and Bugatti logos. You broke boys to know. Listen, I recently posted a question on Twitter asking, would you rather have sex with a transsexual, which is a legitimate 10, or a woman, which is a legitimate 1? And everyone's sitting
like 1. He says transsexual, transgender, and both of these people would be women in this regard, I think. Women should not be valued off of like how much they appeal as objects of sexual desire to men. I'm gonna get all that bullshit out of the way real quick so we can like really understand what he's trying to say here. Because he said, hey, this is important.
And everyone's sitting there clicking woman, because they think they're going to be gay if they do anything else. But they're not actually thinking about the question. I am so smart. I operate on so many levels higher than the average man. You people are not thinking about the question. When I say a 1 and a 10, I mean Megan Fox with a dick. That's the tranny. Or Hulk Hogan with a pussy. That's the girl. This is the question I'm asking. Megan Fox or Hulk Hogan? So you're thinking, well, I don't want to be gay, so I just clicked the girl, the number 1, did it? You're gonna Hulk Hogan. Okay, there's a pussy, but
he's literally saying, oh God. He's saying it's a cis woman that just looks like Hulk Hogan. Okay, it's a cis woman that looks like Hulk Hogan. Okay, sure, fine. It's a cis woman that looks like Hulk Hogan. That's what he's talking about. Okay, probably a TERF. If you don't want to think about it that way, then that's fine. Let's say it's an ugly cis woman. Okay, it's an ugly cis woman. That's what he's talking about. He's saying it's gay to an ugly cis woman instead of a super hot trans woman. That's it.
A mustache and muscles and shit. He's all hairy, big dude, 6'5". It's pretty gay to me. That sounds pretty gay. I don't care if it's a pussy. That is gay. Whereas Megan Fox, okay, he's got a dick, but maybe you can like scoot it out the way. I'm still Megan Fox. You know what I'm saying? At least she's small and shit. Your hand around her neck, mess her up. You ain't messing up Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan's gonna mess you up. So this is the question I'm asking. You need to operate on a higher plane. Think about this. This is important. This is cultural. This affects the world.
This is important. This is cultural. This affects the world. Dude, I love that. I love this take, dude. Okay, but he did recognize the correct gender expression, a step in the right direction in general. I don't know. Dude, this is literally just him trying to explain to people that, like, he's not gay for wanting to a trans woman, which is ironic because if he wasn't a transphobic person or didn't use transphobic terminology, he's just completely correct. Literally, he is just correct if that is the case, but he uses transphobic terminology while he's trying to advocate for this position, which makes him a chaser. That's it. And he very clearly is. And for that reason, when you're a chaser, you basically objectify and fetishize trans people, and then you have to constantly make up like reasons as to why you're not gay. It's like, bro, you're not. Like, you don't have to be. Well, Andrew might, but for different reasons. You know what I mean? It's so stupid. It's just so incredibly stupid, and it reeks of insecurity. And a lot of men are like this. They look at porn with trans women. They look at porn with trans women in it, and then they think like, oh man, I'm conflicted now. It's like, you don't need to be conflicted. After saying you should always choose Megan Fox with a dick, you should always choose a trans woman to over an ugly woman. Okay, he ends the argument by saying ugly women is gay, and he ends the argument by saying this.
At least she's small and your hand around her neck, mess her up. You ain't messing up Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan's gonna mess you up. So this is the question I'm asking. You need to operate on a higher plane. Think about this. This is important. This is cultural. This affects the world we now live in. What is straight? What is gay? It's all a big sliding spectrum, isn't it? Because if you're gonna sit here and go, oh no, it's gay to bang Megan Fox with a dick, I counter that argument. It's gay to bang Hulk Hogan with a pussy. So which one is it?
Like, if he literally said Hulk Hogan is a cis man with a pussy and Megan Fox is a trans woman with a dick, and made this argument, it would just be 100% correct. Do you understand? Like, that's the only part of this that is just like that. Well, that's not the only part, but like, he uses a bunch of transphobic shit in the beginning. But like, he is a chaser saying sexuality is a spectrum, and we are now adding Andrew Tate into the trans-inclusive radical misogyny arc. Top G.
Meanwhile,
No. There are men living in freedom whose minds are in prison. There are men living in prison whose minds are free. Do you understand? No, not Steven Seagal. No, sir. Mr. Seagal. Oh my God, what the are those shoes? Oh my God, he's got the diabetic 7s on. Stop. You can't have a fit like this. You can't be wearing a kimono, the fattest pinky ring I've ever seen, and then rock these loafers, homie. What the is that? Where mama at? Where is mama? Bro. And they're brown too. God damn, dude. That is so up. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. Oh, Seagal has the darkest dyed hair I've ever seen. Bro, I don't even know if that's like dye or just straight Sharpie, because he wants to make sure that the hairline stays that weird shape. I don't know why. He ain't getting the punani with that fit. Yeah, me want the punani all day, but you're not getting the punani, okay? Once he teaches Tate Aikido, it's all over. Oh, dude, those shoes are devastating. I can't even get over this now. At first, I was gonna be upset that my icon, my legend, my GOAT, Steven Seagal, Russia's strongest soldier, was siding with the Tate bros, which makes me sad. But then I'm already devastated when I see these. Zoomer kids don't know who Steven Seagal is. Zoomer kids in this community know who Steven Seagal is because I've been watching Steven Seagal's TV show Lawman, and also on top of that, been covering Steven Seagal for a moment. One of the most unique individuals on the planet, okay?
Right. It's very good for health.
Absolutely goated politics, bro. I swear to God, just incredible. Steven Seagal is a man of few words. Yeah, he is. He lets his fucking fist do the talking, bitch. That's why.
One of us has to die.
We will leave it to fate.
That wasn't me.
Wait, a Zoomer in the chat said, "Who's the fat ninja?" You don't know who Asian hero Steven Seagal is? I almost said he was American, except he refers to himself as being from the continent of Asia.
This fish. People saying, well, I shouldn't eat the fish because the fish is, an important sentient being, and that's true.
He was a cop too, actually, at a certain point. You don't know who Steven Seagal is? What the an anti-imperialist hero. Wrong. You're wrong for this one, dude. You're wrong for this one, boys. Legend, okay? He is the legend, actually. He's the OG legend. No one does it like him. He's Native American, no? Wait, what? First of all, never believe anything that Steven Seagal has ever said about his background, okay? I think at a certain point, he literally claimed that he was black, right?
I don't know what color I am, but I know one thing. In the blues, like I said, there was no color. But also, I was the only one that wasn't black that I knew that played exactly like them, because I was raised with them. I didn't learn from a record.
Didn't he sexually assault women, Law? I mean, yes, probably. I don't even know, but I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case. That is the least surprising fact I've learned about Steven Seagal just now. We got to do a deep dive into Steven Seagal's life at some point. I now realize that most people are completely oblivious to this to the legend.
A master of the knives and the swords.